Welcome to Historic Icons. Today, we're diving into the epic life of a man who reshaped an entire civilization. Julius Caesar, the general who transformed Rome, born in 100 BC into a noble but not particularly wealthy family. Gaius Julius Caesar showed immense ambition from a young age. He claimed descent from the goddess Venus, a bold statement that signaled his future aspirations. His early life was turbulent, marked by the civil wars between Marius and Sulla. These dangerous times taught him crucial lessons in political survival. As a young man, he was even kidnapped by pirates. But instead of fearing them, he joked with them, demanded they raise his ransom, and then, upon his release, hunted them down and had them crucified. This single incident revealed his audacity and unwavering resolve. Caesar's political career began with his election as quaestor, a financial administrator. In 69 BC, this position took him to Hispania, modern-day Spain. Legend has it that upon seeing a statue of Alexander the Great, Caesar wept, lamenting that at his age, Alexander had conquered the world, while he had yet to achieve anything significant. This moment fueled his ambition even further. Returning to Rome, he climbed the political ladder with shrewd alliances and popular appeal. He was a charismatic speaker and knew how to win the hearts of the common people, often by hosting lavish games and public works. In 60 BC, Caesar formed a powerful, informal alliance known as the First Triumvirate with two of Rome's most influential men, Marcus Licinius Crassus, the wealthiest man in Rome, and Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, or Pompeius the Great, Rome's most celebrated general. This pact allowed them to bypass the resistant Senate and push through their political agendas. For Caesar, this was the key to securing his next major step, the governorship of Gaul. The Gallic Wars, which began in 58 BC, would be the crucible where Caesar forged his legend as a military genius. For nearly a decade, he led his legions through what is now France, Belgium, and parts of Germany and Britain. His campaigns were brilliant, brutal, and incredibly successful. He wasn't just a commander directing from the rear. He often fought on the front lines, inspiring his men with his courage. His detailed accounts, commentaries on the Gallic War, served not only as a historical record, but also as a masterful piece of propaganda. Boosting his fame and popularity back in Rome, he conquered vast territories, brought immense wealth to Rome, and created a loyal, battle-hardened army that was devoted to him personally. While Caesar was gaining glory in Gaul, the political landscape in Rome was shifting. Crassus was killed in battle, and the triumvirate crumbled. Pompeius, now aligned with the conservative senators, grew wary of Caesar's rising power and popularity. The Senate, fearing his loyal army, ordered him to disband it and return to Rome as a private citizen, where he would surely face prosecution from his political enemies. Caesar was at a crossroads. He stood with his 13th legion at the bank of a small river called the Rubicon, the border between his province and Italy proper. To cross it with his army would be an act of treason and a declaration of civil war. On January 10, 49 BC, uttering the famous words, "Alia iacta est," the die is cast, he led his men across the river. There was no turning back. The civil war that followed was swift. Caesar's legions, battle-hardened and fiercely loyal, swept through Italy. Pompeius and his senatorial allies were caught off guard and fled to Greece to regroup. Caesar pursued them relentlessly. The decisive confrontation came at the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC, despite being heavily outnumbered. Caesar's superior tactics and the experience of his veterans won him a stunning victory. Pompeius fled to Egypt, seeking refuge, but was assassinated upon his arrival, a move that Caesar reportedly disapproved of. After his victory, Caesar spent time in Egypt, where he became involved in a civil war between Cleopatra and her brother. He sided with Cleopatra, and their alliance and famous love affair secured his control over Egypt and its vast resources. He then mopped up the remaining Pompeian resistance in Africa and Spain, finally returning to Rome in 45 BC as the undisputed master of the Roman world. Back in Rome, Caesar was made dictator, first for 10 years, and then, in 44 BC, dictator for life. He initiated a wide range of ambitious and much-needed reforms. He reformed the calendar, creating the Julian calendar that, with minor adjustments, is still used today. He granted Roman citizenship to many people in the provinces, centralized the bureaucracy, and launched massive public building projects. He also planned to resettle veterans and the urban poor on public lands, addressing widespread economic inequality. His reforms were designed to strengthen and stabilize the Roman state, but they also concentrated unprecedented power in his own hands. This accumulation of power made many senators deeply fearful. They saw him not as a savior, but as a tyrant who had destroyed the republic and wanted to be king. A conspiracy formed, led by prominent senators including Marcus, Junius, Brutus, and Gaius Cassius Longinus. They believed that by killing Caesar, they could restore the republic to its former glory. On the Ides of March 15th, 44 BC, the conspirators struck. As Caesar entered the Senate, he was surrounded and stabbed to death. He fell at the foot of a statue of his former rival, Pompey. His assassination did not restore the republic as the conspirators had hoped. Instead, it plunged Rome into another round of bloody civil wars. Caesar's death created a power vacuum that was ultimately filled by his grandnephew and adopted heir, Octavian. After defeating his rivals, including Caesar's most trusted general, Mark Antony, Octavian would become Augustus, the first Roman emperor. Julius Caesar never became emperor, but his life and actions directly paved the way for the end of the Roman Republic and the birth of the Roman Empire. His legacy is immense: a brilliant general, a shrewd politician, and a reformer whose ambition changed the course of Western history forever. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Historic Icons. If you enjoyed learning about the life of Julius Caesar, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next journey into the past. We'll see you next time.